To Danger Mouse set here, and I was putting my list together of things I needed for my garden this year, and I got to number 1, and this was it. It's a Spyra water gun, and it's from the Spyra series. Now in that series there is Spyra Go, which is the lowest one. It's the lightweight one, which is about £44. The next one up is the Spyra LX. It's called the Rogue model, which is not electric, so you have to pump it to get the water in. And then we also have a Spyra Gravity, which shoots water bombs. And then we have this. This is the Spyra 3, and this is the Pro model, because I just couldn't settle for any of the lesser ones. And here we have it. It's £144, which is the most ridiculous amount of money I've ever spent on a toy, but it's awesome. It comes with a charging cable, because this is electric, and it also comes with its instruction manuals, but we don't read those because they're for girls. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge this up. Now then, the charging point is here. So I'm going to get that charged now. When charging the Spyra 3, for the first time especially, on the display you may get an error message called E1. Now this doesn't mean that the gun's faulty. What it means is that the battery has completely discharged and needs charging for at least 2 hours before the battery and the gun can be used. So the Spyra 3 has a charging time for the first time of 6 hours, and all subsequent charging times should be about 4 hours. So let's leave this puppy here to charge. Once the gun is charged and you want to get rid of the E1 error on the display, what you do is navigate to the on-off button, which is this little round silver disc here, and you press and hold it. And if we have a look, now that's now showing that the battery is full and that 00 means there is no water in it. So the next stage is to go and fill it up. And that's the bucket I prepared earlier. Before we fill, you need to be aware of this maximum immersion line. And that means you cannot put the gun's nozzle in the water deeper than that line there. So we put it in the water, obviously, no deeper than that line there. And then we push the trigger forward to fill it. And the noise that you hear will be the gun filling. 100% full. I think that's about 10 seconds. So that's pretty quick. Before we start testing the gun, you need to be aware of 2 things. 1, it leaks everywhere. No matter where you put it or how carefully you fill it, it leaks. And secondly, onto the fun bit, there are 3 modes. It's leaking out here now. Can you see all on my hand? Not that that matters when you're having a water fight, but if you've got the gun inside and you're hoping to dissuade squirrels from visiting your bird feeder, you might not want this gun in the house. So we've got 3 modes. We've got League. League is where it fires a normal shot, and then if you hold the trigger back, it'll then release after 3 seconds and release a power shot. Burst is a bit like a machine gun with 3 shots fired in quick succession. And open shot is just where it fires upon demand. Just a normal shot. Boom, 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 as and when you want it. So first off, we are going to try the open mode, which is firing on demand. Okay. So there we go. Next, we're going to move it to burst. I'm pulling the trigger once here. And then we move on to the League, which is where you pull the trigger, keep it held down, and then it releases a power shot after the initial shot. There we go. So I have to say that the trajectory isn't very impressive. Because there isn't much power, It tends to arc. And also the bullets aren't solid globules of water, they just spray a lot. So I'll show you. If you can see that against a hard fence. There isn't enough power for them to go very far in a straight line. What I'm going to do now is show you how long a tank will last in each of the modes. So I filled it up to 100. I'm going to put it on league and I'm going to shoot until the tank is empty. That's it, the whole tank's empty, so I've got to fill again. Right, we're going to do the same on burst now. Again, full tank, let's give it a go. And finally we have open shot, full tank. That's empty. Now, as you can see, you're only getting seconds worth of shots out of each of the modes. Literally, you're playing for about 10 seconds before it needs filling up for 10 seconds. So you're looking at kind of 50-50 filling, 50 playing type ratio. In terms of range, this Spyra claims a range of 50 feet, which is about 15.2 metres. So I've just measured that fence over there using my laser measure, and that is 14.2 metres away. So just a little bit less than 15.2. So I'm going to see if the claims are true. Now, the manufacturer said to get this distance, you need it in the league mode and you need to do a power shot. So let's give it a go. I'm aiming for that back fence. Not even close. Came to just past the rear wheels of that Mini, and that's on the power shot mode. So let's move forward. Okay, we can see where it landed just here, and let's give it another go. I'd say here was a far more realistic distance on power shot mode, and that's 5.6 metres. Now then, I'm now going to shoot myself in the foot to see if it hurts. It doesn't. So, is it worth buying? The pros are that it's really good fun in water fights. It fills quickly, in about 11 seconds. It sounds good, especially the burst mode, which sounds like a machine gun. It feels solid, which is probably down to the German engineering. And the battery life is actually not bad. But there are quite a few cons to it as well. The cost at £144, I think, is excessive for good fun in a water fight. I think you'd have to have an amazing water gun to justify that kind of money, or be a serious water gun fighter. And I don't know if there are any out there. They may be hissing and booing at me as we speak. The leaking is terrible. It's quite clearly a design fault. It comes through all the joints around here and around here. Also, when it shoots, the fact it arcs rather than shoots in a straight line because there's a lack of power. Now, the arcing is linked to the range. They claimed it had 15.2 metres range, which is 50 feet, and it doesn't. A more realistic range is a third of that, which is about 5 metres. So all in all, it is a good fun gun, but it's just not worth £144, unfortunately. Sadly. I hope you found this review useful. If you did, please the old like and subscribe. And there's a new feature now where you can buy me a coffee to say thank you a decaf latte. There's 3 little dots below, and if you click on that, it opens up a thanks button, and you can buy me a coffee, which is much appreciated and helps me continue making videos.